say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love it.
Hi, and welcome to the Too Much Coffee podcast, where we talk about music, news, society, and of course everyone's favorite, politics. I'm your host, Arthur Fantastic, and it is a new year, 2018. It's the first Thursday. Gonna release this on Friday, obviously. And I thought it was time to bring back the podcast. There's a lot been going on in my life. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, I would like to start the year off by thanking everybody that has been listening. I know a lot of people listen to SoundCloud, and then I put some of this also on a podcast hosting site, and it ran out of space, so I don't know where to go from there. I'm going to try to shorten this up, so we're going to see a different kind of schedule going on in our episodes. Why do I fucking sound like Tommy Wiseau? More of like a new format. We're going to keep this a little bit shorter, but once a month I'll probably do like a longer podcast. That'll all come in time, but let me tell you about my plans. I want to be more consistent, obviously. I want to put out more content and better content. You're going to see more Snap Rants. You're going to see more MMA content. There's going to be a whole lot more. I have a lot of things in the works. I'm also working with other channels and stuff like that. And I will keep you updated as we go. I also want to thank, in addition to everybody that's been listening and giving me support, I really appreciate it. I also want to thank all the people that have made donations to Arthur Fantastic and Golden Ruffian. I have some projects that are being funded by those things, and I hope that I can get them out there, hopefully. And I hope that any new listener or like steady listener, anybody that subscribes, I hope that you know that I appreciate you. And if you do want to make any kind of donation or help subscribe on Patreon, that'll help my content not only be more consistent but be better, because I'll have better shit and I won't have to worry about fucking other shit. Duh. But I don't even know how to explain it, but I sound stupid having to explain it, but you know what it is. You know what it is. Arthur Fantastic, holler. So the next thing I want to do is not to gloat, but I have been talking about a lot of these things that a lot of people are becoming more and more aware of. First off, you can't trust your government, obviously, but it's been getting crazy in terms of people. Yeah, and I hate fucking using this colloquialism, waking up, you can't see me, but I'm doing the parentheses, to all these hidden truths that you may not even know yourself. So check out some of my older episodes. I'll always be talking about stuff like this. But the one I want to highlight is Pedogate/Pizzagate. That was a really big thing. And now everybody is coming out with all these stories about things that we've been talking about for a long time. I'm not saying stories, recounts. And, pedophilia is obviously alive in fucking Hollywood. There's some crazy things going on that I'm hearing across the internet where these 144 warrants are out and stuff, and no one knows where Hillary Clinton is, and there's all these flights to Guantanamo, but they're like off the books, but there's like records of it happening. So that's all crazy and stuff like that, but we need to keep digging. You know what I mean? There's a lot of crazy shit going on, but we need to keep trying to get at the truth. Don't let any respite, is that the correct word? Don't give any fucking ground to the untruth, because out of this, there's also people using it to their benefit. You know what I mean? There's always going to be shysters and people who want to fucking capitalize on bad shit. So I'm not saying this is all those people are part of like some grand conspiracy or some shit like that. But what I am saying is that, all of a sudden everybody's being said that they have been fucking harassing people and shit for a long time. I think it's true, especially at these upper levels of power. We're talking about the fucking, what was his name? Fucking the head of Def Jam, former head of Def Jam. Damn, I fucking forget his name. Was he from Run DMC? I'm fucking forgetting the names. But you got them guys, and then you got all these chicks saying, you got Louis C.K. What a fucking, like, if somebody calls you and they're like masturbating on the phone, you can just fucking hang up. But at the same time, that guy is fucking gross. You know what I mean? If you lose your job, like, fucking change your fucking life. You know what I mean? I feel sorry for him. I think he's a funny guy. But, if a funny guy does something fucking gross or disgusting, I'm not going to fucking support that shit. You know what I'm saying? If he turns shit around, I hope he does. I'll give him that support again. But right now, I'm not saying, shame or whatever like that, but I'm like, truth came out, you lost your job, and that's your own fucking fault. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? And I don't feel sorry for a lot of these people, because I think that, I'm not to be judgmental or whatever, but if everybody is saying that this person or that person, like Weinstein, has been doing this shit for a long time, and people have been dropping little fucking bombs and shit, and no one fucking wants to listen, and now they're fucking getting hammered, good. That's what they fucking deserve. When you're fucking letting that guy, like, run to France, what the fuck is that guy's name? Roman Polanski. Remember that guy? And you know who was fucking standing up there on the podium? Who was the first to stand up and give that guy a fucking standing ovation when he escaped to France? Was fucking this bitch who's now fucking... Oh, I just had her name in my head. Oh, fuck. Meryl Streep is the first person to stand up and applaud this guy who fucking raped and is convicted of rape of a child. You know what I'm saying? And now we're fucking coming out and fucking taking these guys down. Good. Fuck them. But don't let this become a witch hunt. Don't let a fucking focused fucking flame become a wildfire. Because that's the worst thing that you can possibly do. Because you're upsetting justice. You know what I mean? The fairness and justice. Because I don't know. There's people that are being... that could, possibly be thrown under the bus, that are innocent, and we need to fucking look at each individual account and take it at face value and put it together. You know what I'm saying? And it should not be the fucking public, because the public is fucking just a mob. You know what I mean? We can't live by mob rule. That's not how fucking the world works. But, I didn't want to believe, for instance, that Johnny Depp was, like, beating his wife. I'm sure his last wife or whatever, that young chick, is crazy and stuff like that. But then I'm putting all this stuff together. He probably is a fucking alcoholic that beats his wife. You know what I'm saying? As much as I love Johnny Depp, I don't want to believe it. But, other exes are coming out about it. I don't know. Who fucking knows? I don't know fucking anything about that guy. That guy could have sold his soul. I don't fucking know. But you see, you get into these fucking rabbit holes, and you don't want to fucking believe. And so somebody needs to take people to fucking court. And don't make these fucking accusations and not fucking follow through, because it just looks fake. You know what I'm saying? So that's my first piece of advice to people that are claiming these bad things have happened to them. If people are trying to put you down because that person's famous, if it's true, you follow the truth. That's what every time I'm on this podcast, I'm just talking about the truth. You follow it through. Don't let people fucking break you down, because the truth will set you free. And you don't want to be victim. You don't want to be imprisoned by that for the rest of your life. And I tell you now that the first part is fucking, you know what I mean? Don't fucking let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how fucking bad guys keep going on and doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I fucking support people fucking coming out and putting these guys down. There's no doubt about it. If I could, I'd be the person at the chopping block chopping off their heads. If I knew for sure that these guys were the ones. I'm not saying just kill everybody, but anyway, that got fucking dark. The thing is this: let us fucking make sure we look at each of these things at individually and not fucking just start putting this shit in a blender and all of a sudden everybody's doing these bad things. You know what I'm saying? Because, you let the press fucking dictate what you think, and all of a sudden you can, like, if they can convince you of something that's not true, they can convince you of anything. That's why I don't believe in the listening to the press. I mean, like, I read and listen and shit like that, but at a certain point you have to look at what they're saying and decide for yourself what the fuck is going on, and you probably don't even have all the answers. So I don't know. There's tons of things like just right now I'm thinking about fucking Michael Jackson. I don't think he did what he did. But Bill Cosby, I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he said he did. But I don't think Michael Jackson did that shit, because we're talking about Pedalgate and Pizzagate. We're talking about it right now. Who did a really good video about this? Razor Fist did a really good video about Michael Jackson not being what they say in court. I don't fucking think he did it, and for a long time I thought he did it. And I'm not sure that he did or did not, but I'm leaning toward he did not do that shit. And I think that he's just a fucking weird eccentric guy. And if you listen to this video, Razor Fist, look him up, Razor Fist. I'll fucking put a link to it in the description. He makes a compelling case for that. So let me drink some coffee here. Let me drink some fucking coffee. Oh boy. So, what is the biggest thing that you can say that has happened recently? And we all know it's Bitcoin. I don't know much about Bitcoin, and I have my skepticisms and my doubts. There's people from all spectrums saying different things about it. I just know that right now it is profitable, and that's something that I'm going to have to look into before I speak on it. I don't want to be the type of person that just speaks without knowing. I do know two things. I know two things, though. Fiat money as is like one of the fucking worst things on this planet. Look up all the fucking documentaries about it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about shit. The Money Changers is a great one. It's like the first real documentary that I watched that really opened up my eyes. For those people that are looking for the truth, I think it's called The Money Changers, and it's essentially drawing a line back to how we got to where we are in terms of our money system. How it is now is not how it's supposed to be, and how it is going will not work, and how it basically all central banks are working for one bank centrally. You know what I mean? I could go on about it, but that's something that I'm simply stating to speak about this new Bitcoin. It's a cryptocurrency. It's the fucking future, whether anybody likes it or not. I don't understand how bit mining works, because we're talking about blockchains and all that stuff, and there could be, nefarious stuff or whatever you want it to be. I don't know. But I do know that a decentralized money system is what we've been asking for a long time. But my only fear is we don't know who invented it. We don't know where it came from. And I'm scared in this weird paranoid way, because if you know what the Hegelian dialectic is, I would say maybe, and stick with me here, this is just the next step in the overall move of, the powers that be. I don't know. Could be not be. That's a fucking bold claim to say, and it's crazy. Maybe it's just a natural evolution, of things. But when things are so you don't know where it came from. You don't know what's fucking happening on your hard drive, or your graphics card. I don't know. Just if this term Hegelian dialectic confuses you or you don't know what it is, just look it up on Google and do some research. If I say a word that you don't understand, If I hear if no no let me backtrack. If I hear a word that I don't understand, I immediately look it up and I learn that word. It just helps me. People are always like, "Oh, you speak really well. You use all these quote unquote smart words." I just was stupid one time, and I refuse to ever be stupid again if I heard that word. That's it. But I like to speak plainly. I don't need to use all this frilly words and shit like that. But Hegelian dialectic, look what that means. It's Prodigy knew it. Rest in peace, Prodigy. You know, like look up that shit, Mob Deep and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's just like a thought. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't be fucking stuck in the past. And I'm going to do way more research into it. I have a lot of friends that are into it, and I'm hoping to be a part of the process of understanding that, you know what I mean, and working on it and working with people that do understand it. Because whether, you know what I mean, whether, you know, money is the root of all evil, right? That's what the good book says. But, you know what I'm saying, like, we need money to live. So it's not like don't know. It's not like it doesn't say don't use money. Just know that like money is like a source of evil. You know what I'm saying? And was the same thing with Bitcoin. People are talking about Bitcoin being like, oh, people on the deep web are using this shit to fucking do all this bad shit. And I'm gonna be like, yo, people have been doing that with normal cash forever. So, you know what I'm saying? It may be part of the Hegelian dialectic or whatever, and it may be like this answer to a problem that they made in the first place. It doesn't matter because it's going to be the future. And yes, no, maybe, yes. And you just have to be aware that money has fucking control, and you should practice your discipline upon it. You know what I mean? I want to egg this, and I want to end this segment with this, man. Everybody right now in this society, I know this is a little bit of Alan Watts, and I'm not into this new age shit, but just stick with me. Everybody is stuck in the fucking future or stuck in the fucking past. They're thinking about the future every day. They're planning for the future, planning for the future, planning for the future. And then a lot of times people are in the past. They're just like, oh, fuck, the past. The past. Like, why can't I have that back? Are you even alive at that point? You need to be here in the present. You can plan for the future, but you can't live today for tomorrow. Because if you're working your life away, and at the end of your life, you're going to regret doing that. Like, what is the point? What is the point of doing all that work if you didn't fucking live? You know, you need to be doing what you want to be doing. I know there's a lot of people that are always speaking all this, like, fucking shit about follow your dreams and shit like that. Yes, you need to follow your dreams. You need to be responsible about it, this, that, the other thing. But you need to be doing it. And a lot of people have no idea what they're fucking doing. They're just fucking little drones that are fucking doing the same thing that everybody's doing. Everybody has to follow their dreams. You know what I mean? It's not that everybody has to be a star. You have to find something that you like, and you have to fucking do that shit. And you need to fucking surround yourself with people that also do that shit. Even if it's not your career, like most people like are not doing what they want to be doing because they're too busy doing what everyone else is doing and worrying about like the future. That's admirable in some ways because we're social creatures and everything like that. But don't forget about today, because you'll never have today back. Today is all there is. The past is gone and the future is theoretical. You don't know if it's going to be there, all right, for you or for whoever you love. And if you can't like take the actions that you need to take now, you may never ever be able to, okay? And I don't know what else to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the truth is that if you lose your presence in today, if you don't have today, then you'll miss it. What did Ferris Bueller say? Ferris Bueller's like, sometimes you need to slow down and smell the coffee, smell life, or some shit like that. What was the quote?
Whew. Yep. I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Yeah, there's a quote. 9 times. All right, so that's that segment. Just want to remind everybody that you can go ahead and message me on any social media at Arthur Fantastic, Facebook, fucking Twitter, Instagram, you name it, I'm there. I have a lot to talk about this year and a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna be trying to condense everything I'm saying into smaller parts. With this last part, I'm going to talk about Joe Budden and how he is not on Everyday Struggle anymore. Not the whole reason, but one of the big reasons I started doing this podcast and became interested in commentating and having like a critical view on shit. I was really in because of Joe Budden and Everyday Struggle. Like, I saw what they were doing, I really liked it, and I felt as though that I can do something similar, and I could have a voice. I have a voice. I fucking say whatever the fuck I want, and I feel also I started making this because of a lot of the other stuff that I was watching on the internet, Jordan Peterson and Sargon of Akkad and Chris Ray-Gun and Shoe on Head and shit like that. So, Joe Budden not working at Everyday Struggle. You know, Everyday Struggle was his idea. Do you know he wanted to put his name on it? Everyday Struggle, like, developed by Joe Budden, and they didn't fucking do it. I think that I don't like Nadeska. Nadeska's garbage. If this is fucking Naruto, who is who? Who is who? Fuck. Akademiks is Naruto. Because he's the young, like, I'm going to be big one day. And I'm going to be, Hokage. And Sasuke is Joe Budden. Joe Budden is like the brooding, you know what I mean, much more cerebral, like guy, but he's also diplomatic in ways, but he's like not afraid to fucking like come at you, just like Sasuke. Sasuke is just ready to fucking go. And I feel like Sasuke may have smoked meth. And Nadeska's Sakura, fuck her. She's so fucking useless. You know what I'm saying? There was this great meme probably on screen right now of the team what was it? Team at 100%, team at 99.9999999%, and it's just Sasuke and Naruto. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm putting it up here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I'm just wasting time. What do I think about it? I think that's a fucking terrible move. I think that the whole reason was that dynamic between Akademik and Joe Budden. Joe Budden is like almost always right. He has a lot of good points. I don't fucking always agree with him. I think sometimes he's like too diplomatic when he meets people. He's like he's critical. He's a critical person. I understand. Like he wants the best out of people, but when he meets them and they vibe, like he's a good person too. Like he's not like some dude that's like fucking shitting on people everywhere they go. You know what I'm saying? He's a dude. You know what I'm saying? He's just saying what's on his mind. Maybe he plays it up a little bit for the show, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? There's Joe Budden, who's not afraid of nobody, not backing down, willing to take command, and there's Akademiks, who's like on his way up, but he doesn't have a lot of that like experience, but he's trying, and he brings like papers. He's getting so involved, and he's got the facts written down. He's a little bit more detail oriented and shit like that. And it was a great dynamic, and Nadeska is just there to fucking moderate. You could have anybody else moderate. I feel like having other moderators over the time in that fucking show would be even better, to be totally honest, just so that you get a different third view all the time, because Nadeska is fucking garbage. She's never added anything. She's always been fucking like on the side of like some ideological bullshit. She's not a fucking moderator that's neutral between them, all right? But that's fine. You know what I mean? Fuck her, though. I don't fucking like her. But that's a big fucking disappointment. I think it's a big problem. I think that he should be back on the show. It's already dropped in views. You're fucking up, Everyday Struggle. You're fucking up, Complex. Why the fuck would you do that? Joe Budden still got his podcast. You always can check him out there. He's got it all over YouTube and shit. And then Akademiks, we gotta pray for our boy. He just got caught with like, I think like a unregistered gun in New York City. Like that shit ain't good. And open like alcohol containers. Let me not forget that. But damn, he's so soft looking. I don't understand. But I understand though. Like he be saying some shit about people that don't want like shit being talked about them because their egos are too big and they got their pride hurt and shit. Like Vince Staples. Oh my God, fuck that guy too. But I understand why he would have a gun, and I understand why it'd be unregistered. You know what I'm saying? Why would you fucking register your gun? Like doesn't seem constitutional. I shouldn't fucking have to tell anybody about what guns I have. Isn't that like the whole purpose of guns? Like it's not meant to be seen, it's meant to be used. Whatever. That's the first time he's ever been caught up with anything, so good luck to him. I hope that nothing really happens. I hope he gets like a slap on the wrist. He didn't do nothing wrong. He probably shouldn't have those open containers of alcohol. He's black and he's driving, and everybody knows supposedly that, you know, people be fucking pulling them shits over. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. Like, he doesn't deserve any fucking problems unless he was driving recklessly, which I doubt. Just look at that guy. That guy drives recklessly. But he's from the island. People from the islands always fucking drive recklessly. So I don't know what the truth is. The truth is, we need to pray for our boy. I fucking hated Akademiks at one point, but now I'm like, he's growing on me. He's growing on me. Fuck him. Fuck it. I'll fucking give him a chance. He doesn't deserve to be caught up because of some fucking bottles and shit like that. People be fucking real fucked. I saw somebody driving the opposite direction in a four-way, like divided by a big like medium in the road, because I live in Florida and the roads are spacious, and for some reason this guy just was speeding down like the other side, going like he was going fucking fast. Probably breaking 90, and that shit was crazy. And that person didn't get pulled over and nothing happened to them. But I was going through Pine Hills at that time, but you know, whatever. Like it doesn't even I don't fucking DJ Akademiks, my prayers are with you. I'll take this last little bit before I end the show and wrap it up to talk about. I've been holding it in for a while now, and ever since I fucking ever since I fucking found them, I've been fucking all about them. The name, it's this new music, and this is our segment, who I'm listening to, this last part right here. I'm fucking listening to Brockhampton. I fucking love Brockhampton. Of 2017, I started listening to a lot of new shit, but no one has fucking wowed me like Brockhampton. Brockhampton. One word, Brockhampton. There's like 12, 19 members. I'm not even fucking sure how many dudes are in this fucking band. They met on a message board online, on a Kanye message board, and they make such good music, and none of the music sounds the same. There is like a motif sometimes. There's like a mood, that like a through line. They have a style, but everything is fucking different. And there's this one dude, what's his name? I think it was Anthony Fantano. I think his channel is The Needle Drop on YouTube. Shout out to that guy. I love his stuff. He is a great music critic, I guess. He does a lot of reviews, and he gave them like really good scores, and he gave them a lot. Like, he loves them, and I love them too. Ever since my boy Clark Christopher Ellis, that's my dude. Like, I love that guy. He fucking introduced me to them. He has unleashed a can of worms, because I want to see these guys so bad, and they're going to be here in Florida, in Tampa and Fort Lauderdale, I think. But there's a single ticket is like $86 right now. I can't do that. So if I get more money, maybe I'll make a video when I go and see them, but we'll see what's going on with the channel. Brockhampton. Just everything is just, they just, damn, dude, I can't, you need to listen to Brockhampton. There's nothing, like, even his reviews cannot encapsulate how fucking good their music is and how fucking varied it is, how fucking weird it is. Like the lead, like the de facto leader, he's gay, but he comes fucking hard with that shit, with the like the lyrics and the singing and the rapping. And like then there's Champ, that dude's fucking good, like he's just, oh fucking, he kills it. Then there's Bareface, he's the guy that does like the credits of every album, sort of, you know what I mean? If it was a movie, that's like the credit scene, and it's just so fucking poignant and powerful, and it really is like this punctuation on a musical piece that's like, oh fuck, you need to listen to Brockhampton. Saturation 1, Saturation 2, Saturation 3 all came out last year, 2017. And as you can guess, they're trying to saturate the market with their music. It's just so fucking good. Brockhampton. Fucking Brockhampton. Arthur Fantastic. Brockhampton. Maybe one day I'll be a member. That'd be dope. But yo, on to the wrap up here. I got plans this year. I got a lot of things going. I'm going to compete this year in grappling. I'm going to be putting together I have a lot of backlog on video and shit that I need to edit and put together, and it'll be like full like mini documentaries, and I need somebody to help me with that. Excuse me. I'm not really getting ad revenue anymore, so I'm not really worried about the ads. Like before, I was like trying to maybe even censor my shit a little bit because of what I was saying was not advertiser friendly, but now I'm just like, fuck it. If you guys can support me, if you guys can give me money and like invest in this channel, I will not disappoint. If people want to be a part of like a Patreon thing, y'all can message me on any social media. We can talk about it. I could even do like a tier system, and like people can get like mugs and shirts and shit with Arthur Fantastic or whatever, or I'll have shirt designs or something. We'll see what happens. But I'm just gonna let this channel grow organically. I'm also gonna be working with some other channels. Details on that will be coming soon, probably within the end of the month. Once again, I record these episodes every Thursday, and I post them on Fridays. Wasn't doing it for a while, and I apologize for that for people that were really into listening. And I'm getting a lot of cool feedback. Some of the views have dropped out since the first couple episodes. Maybe I'm going too long, so as you see in this episode, I'm like shortening the format. Just holler at your boy, Arthur Fantastic. If you have any questions, is there anything you want me to talk about? Hit me up, most likely on the before Thursday, so that I can address it on the show. Obviously, if you want to say something, we can always talk about it. Maybe you can even be on the show. I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna be having more fucking content. I'm sorry. I just drank a whole bunch of coffee, and now I'm like about to work out because that shit is driving me off the walls. Expect more content. I'm going to be posting one of my rants soon. I actually have 2 in the fucking chamber, but I gotta fucking edit them, and I'll be putting them out. I will be also maybe even doing like a small little story time on me going to the Breathe Carolina concert that I went to recently. That was an interesting time, and just expect more from me this year. I expect more from myself, so I hope you're going to be here for the journey. Holler at your boy. What else is there to say? Happy New Year. Thank you for listening. Subscribe. Give me a like. It always helps. If you have anything to say about this episode, go ahead and comment below, and I will fucking respond. Because I don't have a life. And even if I did, I fucking appreciate you engaging with me. Anyway, thank you for listening. Happy New Year. Love y'all. Be safe. Peace, patience, communication. And I hope to see y'all next week. All right. Holla at your boy. Peace. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you like the content that you've seen and want to see more, go to patreon.com/ArthurFantastic or click the link in the description below. One-time donations or pledging any amount of money is definitely appreciated, from $1 to however much you can get. Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.